Well, what a pleasure it is to be at Portland Nursery on Stark Street. I'm with Sarah Denny, and we're going to be talking today, Sarah, about something that's relatively new to Portland Nursery and a lot of nurseries around the area. So what am I holding in my hand here?
A double grafted tomato.
And let's talk a little bit about, I mean, these are really new to our market. So let's talk about what we've heard about how they do better and all that stuff. Tell me, why would I, because they do cost a little bit more money, so tell me, why would I do that?
Well, there's many reasons. Increased disease resistance, cold hardiness, more prolific production, earlier, produces earlier and later in the season.
And that's because, we'll try to show you guys here, on this tomato, you can see there's two little cross lines right here. That means that what they've done is take two varieties of tomatoes and put onto one healthier rootstock, which gives us that higher yield, disease resistance, right?
Yes, and it's actually a tomato that is not normally edible, but is just super vigorous. So
you mean the rootstock is not normally edible?
Right.
Okay.
Right. So they've taken a tomato that's just super vigorous, something you wouldn't really want to eat, and grafted it with something that's a yummy tomato. So then it's giving it that growth habit.
And that's not a new concept. I mean, we've done that with fruit trees and other things as well. So grafting isn't a new concept. And other places in the world have done this for a long time.
Oh yes, definitely. In Europe, Asian countries all over have been doing this for years.
Now, you're also going to be carrying the, there's different stuff besides this, peppers and what else?
Yes, peppers and eggplants, which are even newer than the grafted tomatoes that we'll be carrying this year. And that it gives it the same benefits of higher yield, disease resistance, all of that.
All the stuff that we're looking for in a vegetable garden.
Right.
Now, because they do seem kind of high in price, but they're really not, because you are, like on this variety, getting two different tomatoes.
Yes.
And have the very real possibility of giving a much higher yield.
Yes, and especially if you're limited with space, this could produce, they say, up to 5 times a normal tomato. So really, the benefit of planting this, one pot in a limited space it's like having.
Well, and speaking of planting, one of the things that, is going to be changing with these tomatoes is we've always told you plant tomatoes deep, 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 deep. Mm-hmm. You can't do that on these, because if you cover up this graft, you'll
lose it.
Yeah.
Yes, you'll lose it. So you want to plant it exactly how it's planted in the pot.
Same soil level.
Yes. One thing I have heard too is these little suckers down here. You're going to want to pick those off as soon as you're seeing them, and there will be quite a few. But if you let those suckers take root, then you're also losing the graft.
And again, Sarah, that's the same as with any plant that's grafted. You want to make sure that you don't let the graft part grow, so you want to keep that cut back. So the same would apply with these.
Yes.
Well, if this has piqued your interest, if you're interested in coming out and finding, first of all, they have like 250 varieties of tomatoes to begin with, so there's something for everyone. But if this piques your interest, come on out to Portland Nursery on Stark and talk to their staff, pick up some for yourself. Thank you so much, Sarah.
You're welcome.